To his friend Catilius Severus, 97. For some time now I have been held fast in Rome, and moreover in a state of acute anxiety. What is troubling me is the lengthy and stubborn illness of Titius Aristo, a man whom I both admire and love uniquely. In dignity, integrity, and learning he is unsurpassed, so that in my eyes this is not an individual who seems to be on the brink of the utmost danger, but literature itself, together with all worthy accomplishments. What great experience he has in both private and public law. What a grasp of affairs and precedents and former times he possesses. There is nothing you would wish to learn which he cannot teach you. At any rate, whenever I seek some abstruse information, he is a treasure house of knowledge. His confession is so reliable and so authoritative that pushes in his speech so deliberate and attractive. Is there anything which he cannot call to mind at once? Yet he often pauses in doubt, pondering the various arguments which with his keen and impressive judgment he draws forth from their source and from first principles, and then distinguishes them and weighs them. Then too how thrifty are his eating habits, and how modest his grooming. I often envisage his bedchamber and the bed itself as a kind of reflection of all time simplicity. What adorns them is his magnanimity with his indifference to mere show, and its total commitment to integrity of mind. He seems his reward for upright behavior, not from the good opinion of the people, but from his actions themselves. In short, you will not readily find a single one of those who parade their enthusiasm for philosophy in bodily adornment to compare with this man. Indeed, he does not attend the gymnasia or the colonnades. He does not devote the leisure hours of others and his own with lengthy discussions, but dons his toga and involves himself in public affairs, aiding many as advocate in the courts and still more with counsel. He yields not to none of these philosophers, and his preeminence in church life, devotion, justice, and courage. If you were present, you would be astounded at the patience with which his illness, how he confronts the pain, postpones quenching his thirst, and bears the unbelievable heat of fevers without flinching or throwing off his covers. He recently summoned me, and a few besides myself of whom he was particularly fond. He asked us to consult the physicians about the outcome of his illness, intending if it was incurable to depart deliberately from life, but if it was merely difficult and lengthy to withstand it and to remain alive. For he said he owed it to his wife's entreaties, to his daughter's tears, and also to us, his friends, not to betray our hopes by suicide, so long as those hopes were not idle. My view is that this decision is particularly difficult, deserving of outstanding praise. It is a tendency shared with many to hasten one's death under some impulse and emotional urge, but to ponder and weigh the motives for it, and then to adopt or abandon the decision to live or die as reason dictates, is the mark of noble mind. In fact, the physicians promise me a happy outcome, and all that remains is for God to consent to their promises and finally deliver me from this worry. Once freed from it, I shall get back to my house at Laurentum, to my books, that is, my writing tablets, and leisure for study, whereas at present I have no time to read or write anything, as I sit by him, and in my anxiety do desire it either. So now you know my fears, my hopes, my future intentions. You in turn must write and tell me of your activities, past and present, and your future aspirations, But on a heavier note than this, it will be an immense reassurance to me in my troubled state of mind if you have no complaints to report. Farewell.